Oh wow, it's back. Woohoo. Man, the internet issues have been plaguing me all day. Man, I'm gonna have so many separate VODs for this, aren't I? Holy fuck. And I'm also running out of energy, sweet. What is it? Yeah. With how I feel, I think I might. Fuck. Yeah, I think I'll take a break for the day if my internet's gonna... I can't trust my internet today. It can clearly go off for a while, but it might give out on me in a boss fight. Then again, fuck, I've already... I guess I'll just finish up all this and then turn off and cut the stream. Let's just finish this quest. Or this quest chain, if I can.
Go, Barbara, go!
But it does seem like it's gonna be a long one, though. Oh, boy. Fuck. So looking forward to streaming today too, but the fucking internet had to ruin everything. Always a catch.
Verdict is...
I will end you.
Let the show begin. Oh, ready, steady, go! Keep on!
This isn't good.
By royal decree!
This first.
Hi. Hi. Yeah. Hi. I'll protect us. Midnight Phantasmagoria!
Fuck.
The loneliness of death.
I really need those insignias. Dialogue requires them both for ascension and for talent leveling. I think a couple of other characters require them too. So I need quite a supply of those. So I don't think I can really afford to run into anything like that and not take them.
Let's see. Shincho said it should be around here, but Paimon doesn't see anything.
This place was hidden using a special Adepti art. But now that I have removed it, we can inspect the area more closely.
Yeah, I really do like Shenhe. She might be my favorite. She might be one of my favorites so far. Probably my favorite of the Adepti.
Wow, that's amazing! Yep, let's take another look around. Hey, look! Is that a new Sealy over there?
Though Ganyu is pretty good too. The furries are just kind of weird. Fuck.
The Sealy got to here and then disappeared. Should we go over and take a look?
Hey. Recommended elements, I've only got one. Recommended party level 49, I'm a bit above that. Okay, let's hope the internet doesn't fuck off during this.
What? Weren't we at a waterfall just now? How did we suddenly end up here? Whoa, so many clouds. It feels like we're high up in the sky.
I believe this is the abode of that Adeptus. With any luck, the sunset vermilionite we're looking for should be in here.
Really? Let Paimon see. Huh? Isn't that the Sealy from before? Look, it's gone and snuck beneath the clouds. And now that Paimon takes a closer look, the rocks and trees here don't seem complete. Oh, could there be something below the clouds?
These are not real clouds. They are the product of an Adepti art used for spatial partitioning. If we want to go down, we must first destroy the mechanism that is maintaining the Adepti art.
All right, then let's do it.
I sense the presence of monsters in this place. I don't know where they are hiding, so we'd better be careful. Manifest! Obey!
So she's a polearm user.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Oh yeah, one thing, I also got
It
my...
appears that we've been taken for intruders. This time, why not allow me to take care of this?
I've been using you the entire time, but sure, why not?
By ordinance divine! Obey!
Wow.
The core of the mechanism is exposed. Now's our chance.
Oz, reveal thyself.
Manifest! Looks like we need to go further down. But before that, let's destroy the guard mechanisms on this level first.
Really not used to having a fifth character, so whenever I go to select the fifth character, I always switch to the fourth. Because I think they're last, and my muscle memory tells me that the last is 4.
Oh! Obey! In your dreams! Manifest!
Let's dance.
Obey! Unleash! Do your master's bidding!
Hey?
Now I'm trying to push the official to get a bird out. Face the burb.
Manifest! Wings of darkness! Come, sever night from day!
We'll have you finish him off.
Unleash!
I'll protect us.
Wow, a rune guard.
We're
I've never.
gonna fall. This time, we're really gonna fall. Luckily, there was a pool of water at the bottom. Otherwise, that could have ended very differently. Hey! That Sealy's on the move again. Let's catch up with it. Huh. Something looks different about this stone wall. Let's take a closer look.
Hey. The rock doesn't budge an inch. Huh. Ooh, fuck. Anything I missed back here? No, can't go down there. Oh boy. Oh. Hey. Hey, there we go.
Obey! Cryo incarnate!
So she is giving some buff.
Oz, reveal thyself.
'Cause I do notice her cards after using her ult on whatever character I'm using.
Manifest!
Midnight.
It doesn't target. Okay, so that was a waste. It's not like it's a huge deal. The official's ult is really easy to regenerate. Probably the fastest returning ult I have.
Go, Barbara. Let the show be.
Unleash!
Insubordination.
Obey! Manifest!
Oh, that's dead. Now back to beating this up.
Obey! By ordinance divine.
Time for retribution.
Wings of darkness. Come, sever night from day. La, 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 la.
Verdict is.
Manifest! Unleash! Obey! Cryo incarnate!
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Oh.
By royal.
Unleash! Manifest!
Oh. You know, given that this is apparently for just one part of the things I need to hand in, I think this quest is going to be extremely long.
Could that be the Sunset Vermilionite?
Why can't these fuckers run faster?
Is this it? Is this the Sunset Vermilionite? It's so huge! That's true, but then again, why isn't it floating?
Prostrate doesn't float until it's activated. It may look different from most ordinary stones, but it weighs around the same amount. Only after being activated does Prostrate reveal its true nature, breaking free from the shackles of the mortal realm and ascending up into the heavens.
Wow, Shenhe, you seem to know everything about this.
Only because my master is fond of chatting about these things. The moment she has some time to spare, she'll come straight for me and start telling story after story. I don't care for her stories most of the time. I certainly didn't expect them to ever come in handy like this.
Hold on a sec. Paimon just realized something. If we activate it here, there's no way we'll be able to get it back to the site, right? be dragged up into the sky too! But if we don't activate it, how else are we gonna lift it? This rock must weigh well over 1,000 pounds, surely!
Don't worry. I can handle the weight quite easily.
Are you sure? Be careful!
Please don't worry. I'm well aware that a plostrite sample this large must be highly valuable. I will be gentle with it and make sure it does not get damaged. My safety.
That's right! Paimon's sure you can handle it and everything, but if something this heavy lands on you, you're gonna get yourself hurt, no matter who you are. You gotta be extra careful when lifting heavy objects. It's just common sense.
Is it now? Well then, thank you. I'll go on ahead with the plostrite. Let's meet at the building site later.
How is Shenhe able to carry that huge rock all by herself? Adepti super strength much? We can't slow down yet. Let's go meet her at the building site.
Is lightning predisposed to land near you or something?
Oh my god, I can't believe my eyes.
How can she lift that massive rock all by herself? She's got to be one of those Adepti, surely.
Oh, mighty Adeptus, please give me your blessing so that in the coming year I may reap a more bountiful salary.
Praying for the real things.
This is top tier in size and quality, and the condition it's in is quite simply immaculate. Congratulations, this item is approved for submission. I'm going to award you full marks for the Sunset Vermilionite item. May I take your name?
My name isn't important. I'm not even here to compete. I was just delivering this for some other people. They should be here any minute now.
Shenhe and Ningguang's little helper.
Ah, so you're the ones behind this. No wonder. The rarest talent turns in the rarest plostrite specimen. But I have to correct you on one point. It's not helper, it's secretary.
Oh yeah. Alright, because remember Ganyu said she was a secretary, but apparently she also mentioned she was the helping secretary. So I guess she was acting as a secretary. This is the real secretary.
Okay then, Miss Secretary, what do you think of the rock we found? Pretty amazing, right?
In truth, it is the finest piece of plostrite we have received so far. If everything goes according to plan, we will use this piece in the foundation of the Jade Chamber, which will enable us to proceed to the next stage of construction. As a side note, Lady Ningguang has rented some dwellings in the nearby area to serve as accommodations for the contestants. If you need a place to rest, you are welcome to stay there. Now, please excuse me. As you can see, there is still a lot of work to do on the building site.
The ground rain effect looks like TV static.
Shenhe! Just now on the way over, pretty much everyone was singing your praises!
Oh, really?
What kind of reaction is that? So strange. Aren't you happy about it? Whenever Paimon gets praised, Paimon can't help but hold their head up high and break into a big smug smile.
I've had similar compliments before. They call me an adeptus, treat me with great deference and respect, as if I'm set apart from the common folk.
Yeah, 'cause that's how Adepti are. At least the ones we've met are pretty unique and reclusive, too. way different than normal people.
Wait, so she wants to blend in with normal people, but she also lives in the mountains alone and only comes down on occasion.
But I am not...
Shenhe?
I'm fine. I've been exerting myself quite a lot ever since we set foot in that abode. I'm just a little fatigued.
Well, Byron said that there are some makeshift hotels we can use, right? Let's go check in and take a rest.
No need. I simply need to find myself a secluded place in the wilderness to sit and meditate in silence.
You can't do that. It's dangerous out in the wild on your own. When you're hungry, you go eat something tasty. And when you're tired, you go lie down in a nice, comfy bed. All right? Seriously, don't punish yourself like this.
Okay. If you insist.
Great! Now we're talking. Let's head to our hotel.
It's a pretty tiny building.
Hi there. Checking in, are we? You're just in time. We only have 2 rooms left.
Looks like you have one room in total.
Since this was chosen as the building site for the new Jade Chamber, we've had a constant stream of people in this area. And not just workers either. Visitors, business people, tea sellers, all sorts.
Wait, so this is a multi-structure thing then? I don't see any internals. And that is where they're building the Jade Chamber. But like this part, I don't... This is that building is also...
So, business is booming for me today. Very few vacancies. You're lucky you got here when you did.
Great!
One of your rooms is still being cleaned. I guess it should be ready within the hour. The other room is just through the door on the left. Here are your keys. All right. Hope you enjoy your stay. Please excuse me, I'll leave you to it.
Shenhe, you should go get some rest. We'll hang around outside until the other room's ready. Hyman's gonna go see if there's anything good to eat around here. Hyman couldn't help but notice one of the guests walk in with a huge grilled chicken drumstick before. Let's buy one for Shenhe too. She can have it as a midnight snack. Or save it for breakfast tomorrow.
All right. I will head to my room for now. If you need anything, don't hesitate to disturb me. I'm a light sleeper. I will hear if you knock on the door. See you tomorrow.
Hey! Isn't that Cloud Retainer? What's she doing here? Let's go and say hi.
Woohoo, mountain climbing, my favorite pastime. Also, really fucking low on health. Did I take a fall I didn't notice or something?
One trusts you have met Shenhe. So, are you getting along quite well?
Well, so far, she is probably my favorite adeptive. So I'd say, yeah.
So far, so good. Yeah. So, you know Shenhe too, Cloud Retainer?
Naturally. Save for Ganyu, who spends the majority of her time in Liyue Harbor. All the Adepti living today are acquainted with Shenhe to some degree.
Yeah, I think Shenhe and Ganyu are probably my favorites. I think, just because they're the named characters, ones I know the most about. Ganyu is pretty nice, but What is it? I do appreciate the Shin. I do appreciate Shenhe's bluntness.
Cool. So, what's her Adeptus name anyway? Calling her Shenhe feels kind of friendly, but also kind of disrespectful. So Paimon's thinking maybe it'd be better if we called her by her Adeptus name instead.
What is it? Yeah. I pretty much like most of the characters I've met in the game. I don't think there's any I dislike besides the one you're supposed to dislike. Like, I got quite tired of child smugness. But it made up for that because the fact that he's literally named Child is funny to me. So I like most of the... I think I like all the Adepti, but I said Shenhe is quickly rising up in my favorites. Like Ganyu as well, I'd say they're my two favorite of the Adepti. I think this one's the one that wanted to destroy Liyue at first, so she kind of rubbed off wrong. Oh my god. She rubbed off wrong on me at first, but she's pretty good now.
Her Adeptus name. Why, pray tell, would Shenhe have an Adeptus name?
Oh, so she isn't really an Adeptus?
Don't all Adepti have a special title they go by?
On this latter point, you are correct. However, Shenhe is human.
Huh. In that case, yeah, I was having trouble deciding whether she or Ganyu were my favorites. I was leaning more toward Shenhe, but they were close. Now Ganyu is definitely my favorite Adeptus, because Shenhe isn't an Adeptus.
Oh, right. Wait, what? Paimon neither. This is a real surprise.
I mean, I just figured she was, because Paimon said it enough. Guess I know that Paimon is an unreliable narrator now.
Do you mean to say that she presents differently from ordinary human beings?
Well, to start with, her problem-solving methods are extremely direct.
Well, that and she ate medicinal herbs.
Ah, yes. She was like this all those years ago when one first met her. In this respect, she has not changed. One first found Shenhe by chance in a cave. One was passing by and sensed the presence of a god's remains. Being of an ever-vigilant disposition, one entered immediately to inspect the scene. Inside was Shenhe, then aged around 6 years old. In her hand, she held a dagger with which she was confronting a monster that was the god's remains incarnate.
Confronting a god's corpse with a knife. Yeah, so far I could see why I like her so much.
That sounds so dangerous.
When one arrived, she had already been locked in confrontation with this monster for several days. Most mortal children are fragile, both physically and mentally, and are highly reliant on their parents for survival. But not so her. That she was able to endure such terrible danger was due not only to her strong willpower, but also to the bloodlust and homicidal instinct with which she was born. One dealt with the monster, yet she still refused to lower her guard. She even pointed her dagger in one's direction and remained ready to strike. Only after she was satisfied that one had no intention to cause her harm did she finally relent. She then passed out without uttering a single word.
In other words, if you hadn't passed by that day, Shenhe might have...
Not necessarily. Upon one's arrival, one could sense that the god's wrath was gradually receding. Even had the stalemate continued, one suspects that Shenhe may have still emerged the victor of the confrontation.
You know, Shenhe is... She seems like quite a Mary Sue here. Granted. I suppose not really, but she seems like... How to put ungodly powerful is the way to put it. Because Mary Sue is a lot more than just being insanely powerful, but... Yeah, I say that. This is getting on ridiculous levels. The power scaling is fucked. in Genshin Impact, apparently. I already knew that, but I didn't realize it was quite this absurd. 6-year-old with knife beats God.
That's still so dangerous, though. Why was a tiny little kid battling against the wrath of a god in the first place?
She was exploiting her, what is it? She was just trying to learn British culture, and that involves stabbing.
Alas, the mortal world is rife with suffering of every kind, and she had experienced her fair share of this, even at a tender age. Seeing that she was homeless, one decided to adopt her. Indeed, it is one to whom she refers. Shenhe has an extraordinary constitution, making her well adapted to practicing the Adepti arts. All the Adepti cherished her talents, and so we were willing to train her.
Okay, so that explains the contradictions there then. The reason she knows it is because she was taught, not because she's an Adepti, which is why she was able to dispel that and whatnot.
However, her homicidal urges did not subside with age. Rather, they grew stronger day by day.
Once again, I find that, how do I put it? Like, with the competition, obviously she was quite bloodthirsty, but with the, with those random thugs, she was surprisingly merciful. So it seems like there's a bit of a contradictory there. She's bloodthirsty at times, but at other times she's more than willing to let people walk away when she would be otherwise justified in attacking them in self-defense.
Mooncarver once performed a divination for her. He declared that her fate is to bear the curse of calamity. Consumed by malevolent energy, she is prone to bring harm to those around her. Such is the magnitude of the danger this poses, that her soul must be bound with red ropes to keep her homicidal instinct at bay. The red ropes have indeed served to keep her calmer and more content. They also seem to have rendered her somewhat inexpressive. Perhaps the red ropes are so powerful that they have suppressed some of her other emotions as well.
Okay, so the plot thickens. That's why she's surprisingly merciful. So the thugs.
It is only by fate that people's paths may cross. Now that Shenhe's path has crossed with yours, please be sure to treasure the gift that fate has given you, and take good care of her.
Oh yeah, I will. As I said, she's one of my favorites so far.
Oh, now Paimon gets it. You came out here to check up on Shenhe because you were worried about her, didn't you?
Huh. You dare draw such a facile conclusion on the nature of one's present excursion? Incorrect. The truth is that while Liyue Harbor may seem peaceful today, danger is always lurking in the shadows. Ningguang once made a bold assertion that this is to be the era of the contract between Liyue and the humans. Well, one is most curious to observe how she will respond to the coming storm. If she handles it admirably, one is willing to be a witness to her achievements. But if she does not, the Adepti shall not hesitate to seize control. Let us conclude our conversation here for today. One has occupied enough of your time, and night is approaching. Be sure to get ample rest.
So, Shenhe isn't an Adeptus after all. She just grew up around the Adepti. Oh, no wonder she doesn't like being treated as an Adeptus. Having everyone falling over themselves to show their respect all the time must be kind of hard to deal with.
What is this? Wait a minute, what time do I have to wait for? 8 to 12. Okay.
Master has relayed my situation to you, I take it.
Oh? How did you know?
I'd intended to wait until you came back before going to sleep, but I didn't hear you come in. I was worried that something may have happened to you, so I went outside to check and caught sight of my master. On top of this, you have been acting very strangely around me this morning, causing me to suspect that my master must have told you everything about me. After all, Master is very talkative.
Sorry, Shenhe. Paimon had you down as an adeptus this whole time, but it turns out Paimon was wrong.
That does explain her issues with being treated as an adeptus, though, because she isn't one.
It's okay. I don't mind. The fault is mine for not explaining everything to you sooner, because in my experience, trying to explain is a futile pursuit. Still, though you mistook me for an adeptus, you never treated me as distant and unapproachable. Instead, you treated me as you would a friend. For this, I am very grateful indeed.
That is good, because I want you to keep showing up, because I really like you so far. You're quite a bit more fun than what I'm used to.
To be fair, we've met our fair share of real adepti, too. Anyway, now it's settled. From now on, you're our friend. Whether you're an adeptus or a human isn't the important thing. First and foremost, we're just plain old friends.
So yeah, that's the red ropes all over her outfit then. Yeah, I said I've liked pretty much every character I've met so far, besides the ones that were actively meant to be dislikable. But as I said, she is up there. I hope we get to see more of her in the future, in future quests.
Got it. Although I don't know quite what it entails in terms of what I have to do, I must say I like the title, Friend, very much indeed.
It'd be really nice. So I don't know how much, as I said, because the characters from Mondstadt have continued to show up quite a bit, but I don't know how much that is going to go. I'd say Inazuma, because it's an island, is probably going to be relatively self-contained, especially because they're currently under law, which closes it down. So I doubt we're going to see many of the old characters there. I said, unless something happens which forces them to show up. I'd say that's probably the most self-contained arc so far, whereas during the Leeway arc, we were going quite back and forth sometimes, due to quests also taking us there.
Great! Well, now that we're all rested up, we should start searching for the other 2 items on the list. But before we do that, let's go to the building site and ask Ningguang's little helper how the progress is going. After all, Sunset Vermilionite is so rare. Paimon doubts many competitors will really be able to find any. If it turns out some of them have given up already, we'll be able to take things a little more slowly. Oh, and another thing. We bought some grilled chicken drumsticks on the way back last night. There was a place just outside. Here's one for you, Shenhe. Try it! They're so good.
I concur. It has a rich flavor, far more agreeable than those I've cooked for myself in the wilderness in the past.
I'd say it's hard to pick an overall favorite, because I do like a lot of the characters, but I will say that Shenhe is up there, definitely.
Look! The Jade Chamber is floating into the sky! But it seems to be tied down by something.
That's because it's not finished.
Hey, Byron! And hey! People Paimon doesn't know?
I've seen her before, I said outside the game. Don't know much about her besides that. But I know her name is Beidou or something. And I have no idea who this is whatsoever.
Given the enormous scale of the Jade Chamber, we split the construction work into 2 phases to make sure the structure remains balanced. Before we find some suitable plastrite, we build the jade chamber's keel at ground level. Once the plastrite is ready, we place it into the keel and let the partially constructed jade chamber rise up to the height of the surrounding mountain peaks. The remainder of the construction work is then carried out at that altitude. Once everything is ready, we release the iron tethers and allow the jade chamber to rise to its target altitude.
Miss Bywin, we've brought some new materials to submit.
One moment, I'll be right there. The construction work has only been able to progress this rapidly thanks to the plastrite provided by you. Lady Ningguang is most grateful and looks forward to seeing more of your work.
Wow, can't believe you sourced the plastrite so quickly. It's the key piece of the puzzle. Looks like you beat us to the punch. Wait, I know you. You're the one who fought against the Vatuian Osile, right? Oh, sure enough, your reputation precedes you. Pleased to meet you. I'm Beto, captain of the Crux.
Beto? Are you here to join the Jade Chamber contest too?
Sure am. I happened to get my hands on a chunk of sunset vermilionite on a voyage a while back, so I figured I'd bring it over.
Huh. So even though it's rare, we're not the only ones who managed to get a hold of it.
We do have the best one, though.
Oh, I've got some introductions to do. This is the renowned Miss Yun, or Yun Jin, probably the most famous figure in the Liyue opera scene.
Greetings.
These two are Paimon and the Traveler. I'm sure you've heard of them before. And this is... sorry, I'm not sure we've met.
Shenhe. I am their... friend.
Good to meet you. Well, from today on, I guess all of us are friends. Miss Yun is also here for the contest. Turns out she needed to borrow a boat, so we came together.
It's an honor to finally meet you both. I've heard much about you. Miss Shenhe, though we are only meeting for the first time, I have a feeling that we will get along very well indeed. To be honest with you all, I am in great need of this opportunity to ask Lady Ningguang a question. That's why I joined the contest. Thanks to my father's connections, I was able to acquire a specimen of the plastrite required. Fortunately, it was approved for submission, despite being a little on the diminutive side. Wow! So it looks like the three of us are competitors now! Excuse me for prying, Miss Shenhe, but are you competing as well?
No, I don't have any questions for Ningguang. I just wanted to help her win.
In that case, I have a proposal to make. Lady Ningguang said that the first 3 contestants to procure all 3 materials will be awarded the chance to ask a question. Well, there are 3 teams here. We can split the prize between us. Instead of competing against each other, we could work together to secure the top 3 places between us. What do you think? Sounds great, but how does it change things exactly?
I think I see where you're going with this, Miss Yun. The plastrite was the most difficult item to source by a long shot. Luckily, all 3 of us managed to get our hands on it. The 2 remaining items aren't quite so rare, so as long as one of us finds a way to source it, the other 2 can hop on the bandwagon. How'd I do? Is that what you had in mind?
Precisely.
Huh. Interesting approach.
Okay then. All right, I'll go first. I have some leads on these wonder cores. From what I've heard, the core itself is really not that difficult to make. The hard part is getting hold of the ore used as raw materials. I'm gonna head back to the ship and ask Suling if he's heard of them. You guys...
We will head into town and seek advice from Master Zhang of Hanfeng's Ironmongers. Thoughts?
Sounds like I'm advertising for him there.
Wonderful. We'll split into teams then, and whoever makes progress first brings all of us a step closer to victory. I'm gonna take off. See you later.
You know, like I said, I saw her before I met her in game. She gave off serious pirate vibes. I wasn't expecting her to be so amiable. Oh well.
Okay, let's go! By the way, what question are you gonna ask Ningguang, Yun Jin?
I'm looking for a venue to host the performance of our new opera. Lady Ningguang has excellent judgment, so I would like to hear her opinion.
Ooh, what's the opera called? Paimon wants to go see it.
The opera is a labor of love by my father. He wrote it based on a popular urban legend about an evil spirit and an adeptus.
Would you like help with burning resin in any domain/bosses? I appreciate the offer, but I don't really need any help with anything like that right now. So far, I'm just going through some quests. I'd say once this is over, I'm going to take a break. Thanks for the offer, though. I do appreciate it.
It's called The Divine Damsel of Devastation.
Plus, I'm going to be honest with you, my internet is a bit fucked today. Like, I've lost connection to the stream 5 times, so I don't know how the fuck we'd manage multiplayer. Oh boy. Internet's a bit fucked today. I don't trust it right now. So, if we're gonna do multiplayer, I would rather do it a different day. Once lost connection, I think today 3 times in 5 minutes. It was crazy. Internet's been holding strong for the last hour or so, but I think it got a bit fucky a second ago, but so far it's holding up well. I think it's just on my ISP's end.
Ah, hello. Are you here for something off the shelf, or do you need something forged?
Excuse me, Master Zhang. We were wondering if you'd heard of something called a Wonder Core.
Oh, it just went again. Well, thankfully it didn't restart the stream entirely.
Of course I have. Sorry, who's asking?
My name is Yun Jin. Perhaps you don't know me, but I believe that you forged some weaponry for my father in the past, for stage use.
Yun Jin? Stage use? Oh, so you must be Miss Yun. Sorry, my brain's finally caught up. It's not used to doing much beyond bashing a hammer all day. Everyone's heard of you, Miss Yun. Even folks who don't make it to the opera all that often. Like myself. So, you're here to ask about Wonder Cores, huh? As it happens, I do know how to make them. Matter of fact, I made some for Lady Ningguang back when she was building the original Jade Chamber. The types of ore needed to make Wonder Cores are a little hard to come by. Lady Ningguang supplied them herself last time. I don't suppose you've brought any yourselves?
No, we were gonna ask you what kinds of ore we need.
Sure. Well, you'll need 2 kinds. Star Splinter Iron and Subrosium. If I remember correctly, Lady Ningguang sourced her Star Splinter Iron from the Mount Tianheng area. They say it resonates with visions. It could take some work, but if you stick with it, you'll find some eventually. As for the Subrosium, though, that's trickier. It's all but unheard of on the market. I'm really not sure. Sorry. What I've heard is that the people around Mount Tianheng have some sort of magic trick that can pinpoint the location of the stuff. Of course, it's probably just hearsay. If you want my advice, start by looking for Star Splinter Iron around Mount Tianheng. And if you run into any locals, ask them a few questions about Subrosium.
Mount Tianheng.
Interestingly enough, the story of the Divine Damsel of Devastation also takes place on that mountain. I hear the view there is quite spectacular. A favorite destination of the Adepti, in fact. Perhaps it can give me some inspiration. Let's not delay. We should head straight there.
Hey, so... Oh boy. Not wish, quest. I ran close to the time I normally shut the stream off. I started late today. My mistake. Though I suppose that's what happens. So plus I was kind of delayed by my internet issues. Oh boy. Yeah. I was sticking through it for a while, but my internet connection does still seem to be shaky even if it's holding. So yeah, I think I might get off soon. Try again tomorrow. I wonder if Beidou working on that though means that I'll be spared needing to grind everything. Because I'll be honest with you, I enjoy this game so far, but it's had enough fetch quests already for quite a while.
I came to Mount Tianeng once with my father as a child. I remember it being such a long climb that I could barely feel my legs by the time we reached the top. Oh, this is quite a trip down memory lane for me. Look at these majestic, towering peaks and the gently flowing streams. It's like setting foot in paradise. No wonder the legend of the divine damsel of devastation is said to have taken place here. Adepti wander oft where mortals seldom stride. Indeed, this looks like a place that one might expect to be frequented by Adepti.
The Divine Damsel of Devastation is your upcoming opera, right? And the story takes place in Mount Tianheng. Huh. Seems like you have a real connection with this place. What's the story about, though?
It's the story of a girl becoming a hero.
Cool. A hero story? They're Paimon's favorite.
The legend first arose in this area. It is said that there used to be a prosperous village on the mountain. In that village, there was a loving couple who were completely devoted to one another. One day, a terrifying monster appeared. The wife was out collecting herbs and was captured by the monster. Her husband was so distraught at the news that it broke his spirit and drove him to madness. The vile and vicious monster told the villagers, "If you want to live, you must sacrifice a child to me."
What a nasty piece of work! Paimon sure hopes this monster gets put in its place!
But the monster was so terrible and so strong that all within the village were terrified of it. They had no choice but to give in to the monster's demand. Just while they were discussing whose child would be given over to the monster, a little girl suddenly stood up and came forward.
No! Don't do it, little girl!
Wait, a little girl fighting a monster? That is quite akin to what Shenhe did in Cloud, what are in Cloud Watcher or... Fuck. I keep getting confused. I think it's Mountain Carver. Or no, Moon Carver. Fuck. Yeah, I'm never gonna remember their names, aren't I?
Unbeknownst to anybody else, she was concealing an exorcist's blade. She approached the monster's lair, feigning fear and trepidation. When she finally arrived, she courageously drew her sword and entered into a fierce struggle with the monster, from which she eventually emerged as the victor.
So that is kind of similar to Shenhe's story, where she fought a monster while really young.
Her extraordinary abilities drew the attention of the Adepti, and they took her as one of their own. Her story became the stuff of legends. But alas, the paths of mortals and Adepti seldom cross, and she would never again re-enter the mortal world.
Yeah, it is literally. You can even see Shenhe's face. I knew, what is it? Yeah, I figured as soon as it got to this part, they were definitely literally talking about Shenhe, and sure enough, it zooms in on her face.
And so, destined to grace the mortal realm for but a brief moment, she vanished like a wisp of smoke into thin air. That's how the opera ends.
I really like this story.
Oh yeah, she would.
But I personally think that perhaps the little girl was not as brave as the opera makes her out to be. I'm not sure she deserves all the praise she is given.
I've never considered that before. Opera is always an interpretation of the events it purports to portray. A certain degree of deviation from the truth is always inevitable.
So anyway, that does clear out, because as said, we know she was a 6-year-old fighting a monster with a blade, but we did not know why she was there. Cloudweaver obviously wouldn't know that, but I guess that's why, because she was chosen as a sacrifice, but did not want to go down without a fight.
When my father wrote the script for this play, I suppose his intention was to inspire his audience with the character of the divine damsel.
I think it's a great story. The ideal story.
Well, it sure inspired Paimon! Let's go get ourselves some Star Splinter Iron! Yeah!
Use visions to find the Star Splinter Iron. So, like, attack around and... So the vision glows when it encounters. And then it's kind of inconvenient then that Dialog wears his vision on his front then. If I'm looking for this. There it is.
This should be enough Star Splinter Iron. Now we just need to find that Sabrosium.
I think I saw a village on our way here. Master Zhang said we should ask the locals for help. Why don't we try there?
Hey, there really is someone here. Yun Jin, looks like you were right. Excuse us, sir. Can we ask you something? Huh. He didn't seem to catch that.
Hello, sir. We were just passing by and wanted to ask if you happen to know anything about Sabrosium.
Is he trying to tell us to look for clues in the village? Well, whatever. Guess we're on our own here. Shenhe, Yun Jin, let's have a look around.
Sorry, you can go ahead without me. I'd like to have a word with this gentleman. If that's okay with you, Uncle Mingjin.
It's...
Shenhe.
Yeah, I figured, Figured there'd be something weird about it. The village looked... So it seems kind of weird, but he's just moaning.
Shenhe, you're alive. The rumors were true. So, all these years? I'm sorry, I don't know how to find Subrosium. But I think you can find some information in the village. This place is deserted now. No one ever comes here. So you can rummage around all you want.
Huh? You know this guy, Shenhe?
She just called him uncle.
Thank you, kind sir. We'll go and take a look around. Don't worry. Mingjun has no ill intention towards Miss Shenhe. She'll be quite safe.
Okay, then let's see what we can find in this village.
Better than nothing.
What's this?
Ragged notebook. The doctor said you are gravely ill. Don't worry. I will give everything I have to save you. My heart bleeds whenever I see you getting wearier. Your illness beyond treatment. How I wish I could suffer the pain for you. You said you had no regrets in this life, and that your only wish for me to take good care of Shenhe. But if you regret nothing, why the tears? I don't know what I've been doing lately, though I still breathe. I feel like an empty shell. I have read all the ancient texts I could get my hands on, looking for ways to save you, but it is utterly futile. I finally found it. It was Mingjun. He had kept the book that could save you hidden. I took it and followed its instructions to summon a god and offer a sacrifice. The god appeared. I told him that I was willing to exchange my life for yours. He kept silent and pointed at our daughter, Shenhe. The god said her fate was to bear the curse of calamity, that she was prone to bring harm to those close to her. The god also said that she might have been the cause of your death. In that case, I thought I should. I left her in the cave that the god mentioned. 3 days have passed, and still no news. Wrote from waiting, seized by an ominous feeling. I am sorry, my love. Forgive me. You too, Shenhe. Please forgive me. How stupid I was. How blind. Let me apologize to both of you in person. So, this doesn't specify. So, Mingjun, I think that was the name of the uncle guy. So he kept the book of how to summon the god hidden. They found it and summoned the god. The god, she offered, whoever this was, I don't know if it was he or she, but the person who wrote this note offered their own life, but the god wanted Shenhe.
So, Shenhe is the divine damsel? Now that I think about it, she does behave rather like an adeptus, and she is about the right age. So that's why I've been getting the strangest feeling whenever I chat with her. I should have noticed it earlier. According to this text, the divine damsel from the opera was actually the daughter of the loving couple. And she didn't volunteer. She was sacrificed to the monster by her own father.
Okay. The note didn't say it was father. The note did not say it was father. At least I didn't notice it if it did. But okay, so that confirms it. So note was brought by the father, addressed to the mother.
The truth is even more lamentable than the opera. Now I understand why Shenhe said the girl was not as brave as people think. It wasn't her choice to enter that ghastly situation. She was forced into it.
Wait, in your story, she was forced into it too. She prepared, but she didn't have a choice.
It looks like my father may need to make a few revisions to his beloved opera.
A branch family of exorcists used to live in the east of the
So it
village.
seems that Shenhe's father thought he was summoning a benevolent deity using a magic incantation. But in fact, he summoned an evil god's remains, which took the form of a monster.
Hey. I'm pretty sure you weren't supposed to say that before I closed this. Yeah, branch family of exorcists used to live in the east of the village, but in around 2 weeks, the mother died of disease. The young daughter went missing, and shortly after, the father hanged himself on a tree in the yard of his own house. It has been confirmed that traces of an evil god's remains were found in the village. The villagers are panicking, as no one is certain whether the evil god's remains are gone for good. Do be careful when you are in this area. Records of a changing village.
His obsessive yearning for his deceased wife led to a terrible tragedy. The villagers moved away in fear, without ever learning the truth. And now, this place is deserted. Still, I do wonder what the connection is between Shenhe and Mingjin.
Okay, so that also confirms that, what is it? That also confirms that the wife was dead, because I wondered at first if the letter was written to the wife to, like, try to make her get better, but I suppose she was dead when the letter was written. She literally called him uncle.
We've looked everywhere, but still no mention of Subrosium. Let's have a look over there.
Yeah, what's the achievement for? Witness the truth of the village's history. Yeah, pretty fucked up backstory anyway. Really convenient we found it all on random notes lying around. Magic engraved on Subrosium does not wear off easily. Some believe the stone to be a bridge between the living and the dead. However, finding Subrosium was no easy matter. You need to be at the right place at the right time. Legend has it you may find Subrosium. You stand in the middle of the lake, south of Mount Tiong at dusk, look in the direction of the setting sun.
So basically, we need to go to the middle of the lake south of Mount Tianheng at dusk, and we'll find us some Subrosium. Let's go back and tell Shenhe the news.
One year when I was back visiting, I heard a story about a white-haired adeptus from a merchant passing by. I never imagined it was you. I was a very close friend of your father's. I could have stopped him from performing the summoning ritual. I had plenty of chances, but I couldn't bring myself to stand up to him. I just let things happen, let it all escalate. Well, we all know how that story ended. I bring flowers back here every year. And each time I wish I had a chance to apologize to you.
Apologize for what? If you'd stopped him, he'd only have found another way. There is nothing he wouldn't have done for his true love. Nothing.
Do you still hate him?
I don't know what I feel. I'm told my fate is to bear the curse of calamity, so my master bound my soul with red ropes to curb my aggression. But it also dampened my emotions, making me dispassionate, like the Adepti.
Yeah, I do have to say, though, this has cemented it. She is one of my favorites easily. It'd be hard to say favorite because there's so many good characters, but she is up there. If she isn't my favorite, she is easily in the top. Near the top.
So if you ask me how I feel about the past, if I hate my father or not, the truth is, I feel nothing at all.
It must have been so tough for you all these years.
Shenhe, we're back!
Oh, then I will leave you all in peace. Shenhe, it brings me some solace knowing that you are okay. I'll tell you more about the old times next time we meet.
Thanks, mister. We found some info in the end. Shenhe, Look, this tells us how to find Subrosium. All we gotta do is go to the middle of that lake.
Let's go then.
Miss Shenhe, there's something I'd like to talk to you about. Just now, in the village, we found your father's diary. It turns out that many of the details in the Divine Damsel of Devastation are not true to the facts. So I'd like to change them.
Why?
I know I say that opera always deviates from the truth, but now that the main character is standing right here in front of me, I cannot simply dismiss your lived experience in favor of my father's fiction.
It's okay. I like your version. My master once said that the day I learn how to use my strength for the good of others is the day that I can truly become part of human society. So, I hope that one day I might be brave enough to stand up and protect others, just like the girl in the opera. But I've never thought this way before, and I wonder whether I will continue to think in this way.
Don't worry. I believe you will. In fact, I think maybe you've already started to become the person you aspire to be. You just haven't had the opportunity to see it for yourself yet.
Yeah, what is it? I really hope she's a 4-star, because if she's a 5-star, I'm never gonna have her.
Shenhe! Yun Jin, cut the chit-chat! Let's go! We can't let someone else beat us to it!
So granted, it seems random. Yeah, kinda. Also, is Yun Jin a playable character? She might be. She seems pretty good too. I quite like her so far as well. Maybe, hopefully, at least one of them is a 4-star, so I could get them at some point. Fuck. Yeah, it's like that works. Oh wait, 17:30, not 7:30. Oh boy, I'm dumb. Okay, so I hope Beidou found what she was looking for.
What brings you here? Have they found a solution to the danger in the sea? Ningguang didn't tell you. Something has happened in Guyan Stone Forest. According to the contract, as an Adeptus, I should not get involved for now. But these things can be unpredictable. I have a contingency plan of my own. Only a single mountain lies between here and Liyue Harbor. If things get out of control, I will defend this place myself.
Very interesting. Anyway, yeah, here's one.
That's everything we need! Let's head back and report in! Paimon's curious if Beidou's made any...
Alright. So Zhao being Zhao, I guess.
Oh, goodness.
So, are they okay?
This is some top quality ore you found. I think I'll get a good end product out of these. Guess now it's my time to shine.
Hey everyone, how's the A-team doing? I ran into a bit of a brick wall on my end. Suling's never seen a Wonder Core before, and says it'd take a lot of research for him to get up to speed.
Leave the Wonder Cores to me. I'll work on them while you go about your business. Don't worry. It won't take me too long.
Wait, she was working on the same thing. Fuck, that means I gotta...
Much obliged, Master Zhang. We should look into the Adepti sigils next, but where should we find items relating to the Adepti?
I'll sort that out.
Oh? You got this then?
Yes. I have been training with the Adepti for years. I know a thing or two about making sigils. When we first met, I told you I came for the Jade Chamber, not the contest. In fact, I came specifically to deliver Adepti sigils. Master heard that Ningguang was planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber, so she sent me to deliver some Adepti sigils to her. Master also said she hoped that I can take this opportunity to rejoin human society. But now that I'm here, I wonder if I've been removed from the world for too long. There's so much basic knowledge that I lack. Maybe it won't work for me to stay here after all. But either way, I'm very glad to have met you. And I'll take care of those Adepti sigils.
Without knowing the ins and outs of your situation, I can't say whether you should stay or not. But now that our paths have crossed, we'll always have a connection. So if you're ever feeling down, come find me on my ship. There'll be a drink waiting for you.
Yeah, Beidou is pretty cool too.
Thank you. So, Master Zhang, I'll need to use your facilities to make the sigils.
Fine by me. I'm actually curious to see how the Adepti arts work. Maybe I'll learn something.
Whew. The sigils are ready. Though they are in some respects inferior to my master's, I can assure you there will be no quality issues.
I've finished forging the things you asked for, too.
Great! Let's go submit them before someone else gets there ahead of us.
Hey. Inventory. Core components of the Jade Chamber's mechanisms. When combined with Adepti sigils, they can be used to control center as the control center of the Jade Chamber. Adepti sigils made by Shenhe. They contain dense adeptal energy. Probably not even much faster. Oh well. So far, the internet's been holding relatively well, but I'm gonna get off relatively soon regardless once this quest is over. I stream for very much time as I usually do regardless, so clearly my bluster about getting ending early were wrong.
Ningguang's little secretary! We found all the materials!
Oh, already? All three of you found them together. Okay, I see. The Wonder Cores and Adepti sigils look good. It seems that we found our winners. I hereby announce that the winners of this material procurement contest are the Traveler, Yun Jin, and Beidou.
What? It's over already? I haven't even found the plush straight yet.
I can't believe it. So close, but so far.
I'd like to invite our 3 winners to please proceed to the Jade Chamber, where Lady Ningguang is waiting for you.
Huh? Where's Beidou? She was right here!
Captain Beidou has some business to attend to. She will join later. Please come with me for now.
Alright then, guess we'll head on up to the Jade Chamber first. This has been a long time coming. The last time we went up to the Jade Chamber was ages ago.
Right. This could be a pretty long conversation. They often seem to have long climactic conversations in this. Also, how much do I have now? Primo gems, 82. Okay, we're getting there. Can't wait to get another,
Combine the Adepti sigils with the Wonder Cores and insert them into the Jade Chamber's control compartment. The construction of the new Jade Chamber is now officially complete. Once the tethers are released, it will soar into the sky.
Can't wait for to get another wish so I can get another cool steel.
Thank you all for your work. Now it is time for me to fulfill my promise.
Yeah!
Miss Yun, I've already heard something about the reason for your involvement. You are looking for a venue for your new opera, aren't you?
That's right. Lady Ningguang, I would like to hear your opinion.
The unveiling of Miss Yun's grand new opera surely requires a venue of equal grandeur. So what would you say if I proposed that we stage your first performance right here, in the newly built Jade Chamber? The Jade Chamber offers a splendid panoramic view of the mountains and the bustling city. It is fitting for the finest performance to be hosted in the heavens. I can think of no better stage for you than here, Miss Yun.
Thank you, Lady Ningguang. Then I will prepare my props and other articles shortly. Please allow me to bring all these aboard the Jade Chamber.
You're quite welcome. It's truly what a good opera deserves.
Yes, Ningguang is pretty cool too. I do like her as well.
Oh, a traveler, Shenhe, Paimon. I'll be leaving now. Do come and see my play when the time comes.
Gee, I think I remember, I think these two are 5 stars, and I think Ningguang is a 4 star, so at least I'll be able to get Ningguang.
You're next. What is your question? I should clarify. I do not know your brother's whereabouts. Please, don't waste your question on this matter.
Oh, hi, Sheba. Pretty late, aren't you? What is it? I've had a lot of internet issues today. I also got Dory, so that's pretty nice.
Wow, you're a mind reader, Ningguang. Oh well, guess Paimon will ask a question then.
Managing a successful business is not as simple as you might think. Capital, connections, sensitivity to the trends, and instinct for what is a good opportunity. All of these traits are crucial. If you want to know how to make money, I will honor our agreement and give you an answer. But that is not to say that it will work for you.
Wow, Paimon hadn't even asked the question yet.
Your question was written all over your face. Now look, you helped me rebuild the Jade Chamber, and I intend to repay you handsomely for it. So I promise you that should you one day require financial assistance, you may seek employment here. I will pay you at the highest rate of remuneration.
Yeah, what is it? I was planning on getting off once this was done, because it's getting, well, not late for me, but later than I usually stream.
Oh, great! So next time we run out of Moro, we just need to come to Ningguang? No more questions from us. Shenhe, you got a question?
Me?
Yes, this is a group effort.
Don't need to apologize for anything, buddy. Obviously, whatever you're doing takes priority. Glad to have you drop in towards the end, though.
Thank you. But I don't have anything to ask.
Are you sure? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'd urge you not to squander it.
Yeah. So what is it? So obviously this is the quest where you get introduced to Shenhe. I really like her so far. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure she's a 5-star character, so I'll never have her. But you know, I do like her. She is pretty interesting.
Yeah, just don't waste it. Hold on a second. Paimon can probably think of another one.
Oh yeah, I pointed that out when it came out too. I said she came across like a Mary Sue. I said I like her attitude, but the fact that she was a 6-year-old with a blade able to stand up to what was supposed to be a god, yeah, that was fucking stupid. I don't think anyone would argue otherwise. That's quite a bit much. What is it? And the only explanation for how she's powerful enough to handle it is that she has a particularly strong constitution. That's what I think Cloudweaver, her name is, said. So it's like, how do I put it? It's a really weird explanation for someone with no training and just a little, like, knife taking on a god, but okay then. Yeah, no, I disagree with you on slightly. I think they made her way too powerful, but I do like her for other reasons.
Lady Ningguang, do you think I can ever fit in Liyue Harbor?
Ah, boy, you had to ruin my hopes and dreams like that, Shiba. You had to. Oh, fuck.
Now that is an interesting question.
Why do the characters I like have to disappear? Well, I guess quite a few haven't disappeared, but you know.
Liyue Harbor is very inclusive. As long as you respect the rules here, you will not be turned away. So, the key is whether or not you yourself can develop a sense of belonging in Liyue Harbor.
Well, I mean, they've got the story quest system. You said she might get a rerun soon. They've also got the story quest system, so she might get something from that eventually. Who knows? Said apparently, though, they, I'm looking to get into that one. I've got a few keys already, and I've unlocked a few. I think I might, play one of those maybe next stream or the stream after.
Huh. A sense of belonging.
Yes. To become fond of a place, to feel part of it, it always requires a reason.
Child's? It's your favorite? I should say child is, how I put it. I gotta know it a child, obviously, because you've got to work with him even though he's obviously plotting against you, and it's very obvious he's doing that, but you just kind of gotta ignore it because the game makes you. But I don't dislike Child. I find he's a pretty funny character. I find him to be like the lovable scoundrel sort of thing. He's a kind of an affable villain to put it.
Perhaps someone you've met, or something you've experienced here. Or perhaps you enjoy the atmosphere of Liyue, and you will become accustomed to it. In short, everyone needs a reason to stay. I hope you can find yours soon.
I see.
Hey, what's going on? I just went to see the fleet a little later than expected.
Come on, Beidou! It's your turn! Do you have a question for Ningguang?
Does Beidou at least come back? Because I do like her as well. She is pretty cool as well. How'd I put it? Like, I heard of her before I played the game. And I was expecting her to be a, Beidou was a 4-star? Okay, good, then I might get her. I'll say. I like Shenhe a lot. I quite like her character archetype, but I don't have much hope of ever having her. But Beidou I could get then if she's 4-star. Yeah, I like her. I like Beidou as well. I find she's a lot more affable than I was expecting her to be. Because I didn't know much about her, but I had heard that she was like a pirate of sorts or something like that. Like she had, like I know she was a captain, but she looked like she was a pirate to me because of her outfit, her get-up. So I assumed she wouldn't be so affable. I thought she might have been a minor villain or something.
Me? Nah, I ain't got any questions. She forced me to help out, so I figured I may as well get involved with the contest. Ningguang, Don't forget what we talked about.
Yeah, I found, that's what I assumed of her, because of the get-up. I thought she'd be a minor antagonist or something.
It's not gonna be easy to deal with. I don't think my fleet can take it on their own.
Don't worry. I have made preparations. The wound dressings are ready, and the Millelith have set up an ambush.
Glad to hear it. Watch your back. Stay alert.
Beidou? Ningguang? What are you talking about?
You'll see when the Jade Chamber ascends. However, it's not the most pleasant topic of conversation. Maybe it's better that you don't know. When I first set foot in the Jade Chamber, I stood at the edge of the platform and looked down upon Liyue Harbor far below. At that time, I dreamed that one day the Jade Chamber's shadow would be seen in all 7 nations of Teyvat. My wish has not changed to this very day. However, it is not only out of consideration for myself that I have built the Jade Chamber anew at this time.
You know, that is a pretty interesting thing, too. Because I know the way this game works is, as I said, when big versions release, they release the new areas. But they're stated 7 nations. So when they run out of nations, are they just going to add new events to the current ones then? Because I suppose they don't plan on designing new countries forever until eventually there's like 100 different countries. And the planet is probably like 10 times the size of Earth to fit them all.
I hope the Jade Chamber will always float in the skies above Liyue Harbor, bearing witness to the prosperity and peace of the human world.
There's going to be 8, I'm pretty sure, then the game finishes. So they're just going to stop adding content to it? I really doubt they'll stop adding content to it because it seems to be quite the cash cow. Then again, I don't know. There'll just be events after that. So there will be content, just not, like, sophisticated story content is what you mean. Okay, that makes more sense.
And I hope that you can all witness it with me. Let the Ascension ceremony commence!
Oh joy. Well, they said there'd be something.
Right on cue. The Avenger of the Vortex, Beisht.
Who is that?
Osial's wife. Final follower of the Overlord of the Vortex.
Sounds like you knew this was coming!
Beidou sensed something was stirring in the deep. She warned me months ago. Knowing she harbors hatred toward the Jade Chamber, I chose to rebuild it now as a way of drawing her out.
Got it. Well, let's go fetch the Adepti.
No.
Huh?
In this human age, the people of Liyue must find a way to overcome this crisis on our strength alone!
It's your waifu. Ningon isn't the 4-star. Yeah, quite. She definitely seems she should be.
All hands! Tsunami incoming!
What's that? Wait! A giant wave!
I got wrecked.
You are a cursed child. Your life brings nothing but disaster to us all. At least if you die, I can bring her back.
The day you learn how to use your strength for the good of others is the day that you can truly become part of human society.
Shenhe being too powerful moment. Yeah, quite. Ordinary human, by the way. Ordinary human, totally ordinary human. Nothing to see there.
What are you doing here?
We can't let you be the only one taking this risk!
I hardly see this as a great risk. The people of Liyue Harbor are well prepared, and she is already badly injured. Only sheer willpower is keeping her alive. I may be nearing the end of my stamina, but in a fight to the death, I think I have the upper hand.
We'll help too!
Yeah, she could have at least borrowed Ganyu's strength. She was there and she's an Adeptus. Yeah, that is true, I suppose. Yeah, but like the thing is, like it's not even that surprising because at least like she was trained by Adepti, compared to like Ningguang who just blew that shit up. Meanwhile, she's not even a 5-star character, much less an Adeptus.
I'll protect us.
The move she used to freeze the wave is the same animation as Ayaka's burst, so she steals abilities from other characters. Wow.
Oz, reveal thyself!
Fuck.
Let's dance.
Do your best, stay away from the middle. Okay, got it.
By royal decree.
Fuck. Fuck. Walk through the middle to avoid the attack, and immediately it hits.
I'll protect us.
Hey.
Burning disc.
Fuck. You had Ganyu use this boss fight, so it was really easy, yeah.
Obey! Manifest!
Shenhe is basically useless in this boss fight. We better save Barbara's ult. Not much healing, as much healing potential here. Fuck.
By royal decree.
Retribution!
Let's dance. Oz, reveal thyself.
Also, I have no revive items, I just realized. So if anyone dies, they're stuck dead. Yay.
I'll protect us.
Does this one become a weekly boss?
By royal.
Not a weekly boss.
She's getting away. Shouldn't we go after her?
This place is unstable. It is too risky to continue pursuing her. If the place collapsed, the consequences would be disastrous. Let's head back.
The only chance I got to fight her, then I'm glad I enjoyed it while I could. You know, it's pretty weird how often they have dialogue options where they don't really matter. Like, are you alright, are you okay? These mean the same thing. I guess one of them might be more formal than the other, but that's about it.
I'm just a little exhausted. Otherwise, fine.
When this first came out, there was an event where you could fight her multiple times.
I wanted to deal with it myself. I didn't expect you to follow me. Don't worry. She's not coming back anytime soon. After an injury like that, she'll likely seek refuge somewhere else.
How did things go underwater?
It's been dealt with. She was injured before entering the water. It didn't take too much effort to finish the job.
Good. So the crisis has been safely averted. When you visit the Jade Chamber in the future, you will be afforded generous treatment.
Lady Ningguang, the fleet reports that the sea monster has left Guyun Stone Forest and the surrounding waters have returned to normal.
Thank you. How are the Millilith?
Thanks to the medical supplies you prepared and Lady Keqing's command, our losses were minimal. Of course, we owe huge thanks to this young lady for her help. On behalf of the entire Millilith, thank you for your service.
Great. Then next time I watch Miss Yun's opera, I'll be able to take the compliments.
Okay, I'm back. Dogs are going berserk. And they are all over the place.
I wasn't trying to be a hero, though. I just wanted to protect you.
Let the soldiers recuperate, but don't let your guard down. If she returns with a vengeance, We must be prepared.
Got a nasty headache and those dogs aren't helping. I know, she's just really high-pitched. What is it, she makes those noises a lot. She just has a really high-pitched bark and she never shuts the fuck up. She's pretty old now, though, so, we keep an eye on her.
Yes, ma'am.
You've been monitoring us for some time now. I trust you've reached a conclusion.
You wish to hear one's opinion. Well, things would have hardly gone so smoothly had it not been for Shenhe.
Jesus Christ, those dogs have be driven up a wall. I used to enjoy things, but now I can't enjoy things, because they're constantly barking in my ears.
That I do not deny. However, final victory was always going to be ours, even had things been a little more arduous. If it came to it, I could always destroy another jade chamber.
Oh god. I almost wish she did. Could you imagine the hilarity of that? Oh, you just went on this, probably one of the most annoying fetch quests in the game to get all the shit to build the jade chamber. Now, let's destroy it immediately.
One has observed your adaptation of the Guizhong ballista, and find oneself compelled to admit that you have evidenced some degree of novel thinking.
You've gotta fucking turn the mic off because they won't stop screaming at it every 5 seconds. Holy shit. But yeah, as I was saying, though, it would have been hilarious if save the dogs, because they're on my mind. It'd be hilarious if after the Jade Chamber was destroyed initially, if first thing that happens after it's finally rebuilt, they launch it immediately, it gets destroyed again. Oh boy.
You have learned from past failures and prepared for this crisis in advance. This is considerable progress compared to the last time. Hence, on balance, one finds your performance during this trial satisfactory enough. But there will no doubt be further trials to come in the future. Do not suppose that one will not continue observing you hereafter.
What I gotta say, what is it? One thing that I wanted was the ability to refer back to old VODs to rewatch story beats, but I realized that that's completely pointless because the dogs are ruining it. Oh boy. After between every line of dialogue, there's 30 seconds of me trying to get the dogs to shut the fuck up. Oh boy. I am enjoying streaming regardless though, but yeah, that is kind of funny. That one advantage of streaming, I figured, was the ability to refer back to it, but nope, it's gonna be completely and utterly ruined by the dogs.
While the position of Tianquan remains mine, I will always ensure Liyue's safety.
Shenhe, one saw you secretly venture out from the mountains a few years ago, and noticed the air of dejection in which you returned.
I said I stream because it's fun, but that was a side benefit that I realize isn't so beneficial. Because the dogs will just completely ruin it. It seems like every single time there's an important conversation that I want to pay attention to, the dogs start acting up. It's crazy. Like clockwork. Every single time there's something I want to pay attention to.
Hopefully this trip to Liyue Harbor has been a different experience.
Yes. I can't explain it, but I feel happier than I expected.
Good. Traveler, please take good care of Shenhe. She is a dear child. In fact, one has many fond memories of Shenhe's childhood that she may be interested to hear about.
Oh god. I love the embarrassing parental figure stories.
There'll be no need for that.
Oh. They are all like this. Fine. Since you care not to listen, one shan't be telling you. One shall be going homeward now.
Oh, she got really upset about that.
Please, have a good rest. Come to the Jade Chamber when you have recovered your energy. We must celebrate both the completion of the Jade Chamber and the fact that Liyue has weathered another crisis. This banquet must be the most spectacular ever.
Yeah, I did a bunch of other things too. Like, what is it? I did the In the Mountains quest. So I unlocked this. I haven't fought it yet. Might do that on stream. Also had to go here, obviously, because I had to fight the Geohypostasis. Yeah. What is it? Here's Dory. Yeah, I also managed to get his first constellation. So yeah. And here's the thing, it's really annoying to me that I don't have that many good Geo characters, but what is it? I get the a constellation for the guy that's only useful if you have a lot of good Geo characters, because the main reason you'd use him is literally a mono Geo team, or at least a mostly Geo team. Yeah, but on the bright side, I did get Dorian. She seems pretty cool. Granted, I am mildly annoyed because, as I said, she's a Claymore character, and I've only got one good Claymore, and I kind of need it for him, which I got the one you recommended. I also got my first legendary artifact. Yeah. I put it on her. I realized I could put it on anyone, but I decided to put it on her because the crit rate pairs really well with her weapon, because it generates a small amount of elemental particles. Probably not that big of a deal, though. Probably better just put it on him because he has higher DPS. Yeah. Oh, we'll figure it out. As I said, it is a pretty good for a first rare artifact. I got it from the weekly boss, Dvalin. You wouldn't care about artifacts until 45, okay then. Yeah, actually, I had heard that going into it. What is it? I think someone mentioned that when I was looking into the game at first. What is it? I had overheard that, like, early game levels are the biggest scaling factor, but once you get high up there, levels don't really matter. It's the artifacts that matter. And talents too, make sure your talents are leveled up. Yeah, I have been, where I could. One thing though I'm really irritated with is the ubiquitousness of, okay, so Dialog, he wants these to level up. He also wants these to level up all of his fucking talents. They all want the same thing. Makes it really fucking... Oh, speaking of which, I gotta upgrade this now. Woohoo. But yeah, all of his things require the same things to upgrade it. It's irritating. I'm gonna have to farm so many of those. Yeah, it's not hard, it's not that it's hard to get, it's that it's annoying that you need so many of them. I'm already pretty annoyed because both these two require lamp grass, and that's one of those resources I gotta go out of my way to get. It's not like Barbara requires what is it? Barbara requires these, but I can easily notice these while I'm just wandering through Mondstadt and whatnot. While I always have to go out of my way to get the lamp grass.
Guess we can rest a bit.
Hey. Wait, do I have to fast travel to it? Oh, yeah, I do. Fuck, what the fuck am I climbing this mountain for? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Thought there was a thing I had to get to reach it.
Wow! Everyone's already seated! It's Paimon's first time attending a banquet in the Jade Chamber. The food here looks amazing.
All of you here are my distinguished guests. I am determined that each of you thoroughly enjoys yourself. Those who don't drink alcohol, please, help yourself to other beverages. Fine wine is a delight to the senses, but it is far from the only one. I trust you will find the marvelous view from the Jade Chamber to be an equally gratifying indulgence.
Have you heard? Miss Yun's going to be performing today.
Sure have. Honestly, it's the main reason I'm here. I've never missed any of Miss Yun's performances, and I don't intend to start now. I hear she's going to perform The Divine Damsel of Devastation today, the one written by her father. I've been so excited that I've barely slept the last few nights.
Rip off Hu Tao? Hu Tao is the... Look, she's the... I think she works for the funeral thing, right? She is the... I don't remember much... I don't know much about her, but I do think... I remember she has a ghost or something. I don't think I've met her in game yet, but I have seen her in seen pictures and fan art and whatnot of her.
Hey, look! Miss Yun is going on stage!
Oh yeah, like before I even started playing the game, I think I saw a couple of images of her.
神女披冠到这里本该接近尾声，但今日我再添一笔，唱与诸位听。彼时鹤归，茫茫天地无依靠，孤身离去。今日再会，新朋旧友坐满堂，共聚此时。
Did you think? Personally, I thought I sang rather well.
Man, so close. The dogs were so close to getting through the entire thing, just towards the end there, until they had interrupted. Hey, this quest came out when Shenhe and Yun Jin were first added, and that's why they're kind of the main characters of this quest. And obviously I don't have that context now, but I suppose that makes sense. You gotta sell them somehow. As a Chinese, can I say I hate Chinese opera without sounding racist? I mean, I think you're allowed to hate anything, I'm pretty sure. I don't really think there's a requirement. You have to like something because, a specific group made it.
It was beautiful. Paimon wants to learn too.
It was wonderful. Also, thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks to you, the divine damsel of devastation is a more nuanced tale than ever. The play has an ending, but life goes on. I believe you will find a way to fit in Liyue Harbor.
People said they didn't like Yun Jin singing when this quest came out. Twitter snowflakes called them racist. I mean, they're Twitter users. That's the big thing there. They're literally just on there to get offended all day. What is it? I said I didn't. How do I put it? I didn't dislike it. I'd say I liked it, but it's not something I'd go to my way to listen to. You know. I don't. I like it, but I wouldn't go to my way to listen to it. Quite a few things like that.
Thank you. I think I've found the opportunity I needed to change.
Ms. Yun, here you are. Great to see you. Huh? Hey, this young lady with the white hair looks like some kind of VIP. Yeah, that's it, like an Adeptus. Wait, you're the girl from the opera, aren't you? The divine damsel herself. And look who else we have here, the illustrious traveler. Well, I'll be. This was definitely worth showing up for. Let me pull up a chair, all right. We'll all have a friendly chat, get better acquainted.
Yeah, she is less than pleased.
Alternatively, you could leave us alone. That is, if you'd prefer to finish your drink via the orifice of your own choice.
Ooh. Oh boy.
Uh-oh. This feels all too familiar. Shenhe's back to her old self again.
Hey, what are you doing?
Calm down, Shenhe. Calm down.
Also, her eyes are really funky. Like obviously, with the coloration, like the blue than the pink. Definitely more eye-catching than most of the other characters I find. But yeah, I said if you're, people go to Twitter to get offended, that's all there is to it. Do I have a wish? So close, but so far. Anyway, that one was quite a bit of fun. Pretty epic fetch quest. Huh. Ooh. Wait. Fuck, just short, am I? Yeah. Oh, so close. Maybe you can get a wish from that. Actually. Wait a minute. I'll get off right after this, but I remember something. Oh, wait, wow. Yeah, wow. I didn't realize, wow. Holy fuck. Just spam the next button. Yeah, that's it. Hey. 44. Hey. Come on. Exactly what I wanted. Rip. Anyway, what is it? I guess that's it for me. I'll hope to see tune in another time. So this stream was actually broken up into quite a few separate parts because I had so much internet issues at first. Well, I'll hope to see you again another time, Sheba. Have a good day or night, or depending on wherever you're located. Hope to see you again another time.